Welcome back. Episode 19, Blessed Intercession, where one episode can change your life. Thanks, guys, for showing up. I want to appreciate everybody, our panel members, showing up tonight, too. We'll go ahead and start with Rob. Why don't you go just give your quote?
My quote, when do we eat? When do we eat?
I want to appreciate everybody, our panel members.
When do we eat?
Or just say it 3 times.
Are you talking to your wife or us?
That's the quote. When do we eat? When do we eat? It's an oldie but goodie.
So I have no freaking clue. Is it a comic movie?
It is. It actually is.
Fantastic Four.
Hey, good guess. Good guess. Well, let's see. Does anyone in the comments have it? Let's see. Yeah, just when do we eat? When do we eat? That's all this person ever said. When do we eat? I don't think anyone's got it. Let's see.
Is it
It's a good one.
Thor?
Not from Thor, but pretty dang close. It's actually from the 1990 movie starring Warren Beatty, Dick Tracy.
Oh, okay.
The kid. Remember the kid? He's Kid Tracy always was like, when do we eat?
I was thinking it was who's that one big guy? Ray Stevenson portrayed him in the movie. Or guy, he's always eating, always drinking.
Yeah. God, who was that big old guy with the beard? He ate a bunch. It wasn't Heimdall. It started with a G, I think.
Okay, on to you.
Who?
Mike.
You.
Me? I do apologize tonight. I'm a little distracted. The Chicago Cubs game is on in the background here. And, yeah, go Cubs. Anyway, my quote is, now I'm about to do to you what Limp Bizkit did to the music in the late 90s.
What was that?
I'm about to do to you what Limp Bizkit did to music in the late 90s.
Was it Straight Outta Compton? That ain't no comic book movie.
No.
Not Deadpool either.
Aim High got it. That's Deadpool.
I said Deadpool. Do you hear me?
No, I didn't hear
I'm
you.
here. I'm on the panel. I'm saying it.
I didn't
Hey,
hear
Jeremy, moving on to you.
You sent me to hell, Jason. I'm here to return the favor.
Freddy versus Jason, Freddy Krueger.
Nope.
Spawn.
That's it.
Whoa, nice.
Okay, so mine's kind of long, so maybe I'll cut it down here, or I can breathe through it really fast. When we get where we're going, the riders are going to come out. And when he does, he'll destroy whoever's got it coming. Nadia, this thing, there's no reason, no conscience, just hunger. In your eyes, you're no different than Kerrigan. You're no different than any one of them.
Ghost Rider. The first one.
the second one.
Nick Cage.
Second one. Okay, now we're out of the way, or let's jump right into our books for the week. We actually have quite a few of them this week. Big week. We'll start off with He-Man and Thundercats. Does He-Man Thundercats or He-Man and Thundercats? Doesn't have an and in there. We'll start off with you, Rob.
He-Man, Thundercats, you know, however many years ago it was, we were all young kids in the 80s. We watch our He-Man and the Masters Universe. We watch our Thundercats. We collected the figures. Man, this story was really damn good. I thought the cover, it kind of threw me for a win there because I was like, well, the cover, I don't know if I like this cover or not. But then when I started getting into the interior art, especially first seeing old Mumbra in there, man, the art was just freaking awesome. The art for like He-Man and all those characters were awesome too. Storyline was great. You know, you had the big reveal at the end of the book, and you find out that that guy was the one that was kind of narrating the story and stuff. Man, I got to get – this is just pick of the week. I'm stashing it. Pick of the week out of the gates.
Pick of the week.
Hell yeah. And Mike's got the awesome –
the villain variant. I think I got a couple.
Oh, is it connecting cover?
You know, it is a connecting cover. You put them right by each other. And, dude, I remember that monkeying guy, the kind of white monkey. I had one of those big inflatable things that, you know, when you punch it, it comes back up, and it was monkeying. I liked old monkeying pretty good.
Did you get the next issue if you put those two covers together?
How many times a day did you punch your monkey?
Oh, well, just once.
But I think it was very.
I might be doing it again tonight. Who knows? No, but Dave, what it is, you get 1A and then 1B, so you just pick. Well, actually, it's good to buy them both. That's what they're trying to do. They want you to buy both of them. Yeah.
If you put them close together like that, I mean, you might get an extra issue out of it.
Oh.
Nobody's getting my joke at it. Oh. It's bad. Hey, jump on the mic. Go on the mic.
All right, you know. So you got He-Man and Thundercats in a book. You got G.I. Joe, Mask, and Transformers in another book. The Cubs are in the playoffs. What am I gonna die soon? Am I gonna? I mean, this is like heaven right here. But
I'm gonna predict it, Mike. If you want to talk about you think you're gonna die, I'm gonna predict that Cubs win the World Series this year.
That's all right.
You heard it right here on Blast of the Stash It.
Like Legend said, it was good seeing all the He-Man characters I love, as a kid. Right in the opening they're in the King's courtroom, and Cringer's there, Stratos, Mossman, Ram-Man, Orko, they're all there. And then the best part about it is Cheetara's in this book, one of my favorite Thundercats. The art, like Legend said, is fantastic. Yeah, this is a definite stash for me. Pick of the week right here.
Awesome.
How about you, Jeremy? Did you pick that book up?
I did get it, but I had to get it off Midtown, so it'll be 2017 before it gets here. So, but just going off what everybody else said, I grew up on He-Man and the Thundercats. I actually loved He-Man. It was my favorite cartoon when I was little. So I'm gonna just based on what y'all have said, I'm gonna stash it and make it my pick of the week too.
Awesome book.
And I thought it was good too. I never was a big fan of the Thundercats when I was a kid. I loved He-Man, loved Master of the Universe. Not so much Thundercats. I think maybe Lion-O reminded me too much of a buff Ronald McDonald. I don't know. That's what I always thought. I really enjoyed it. Is this a miniseries or is it ongoing?
I think it's a 6-part, like the Batman and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the same writer and artist, isn't it?
I think they
I'd
should
have to look that up. I don't know.
I think they should have their own ongoing books. Thundercats, He-Man. I mean, separate.
I think that's so too.
But I think definitely was a good book. I would stash it. The only other question I remember, so I'll reveal too much at the end of the story. He-Man loses his sword. Now, doesn't he return back to Adam? He doesn't have that sword? Once he turns to He-Man, he has to turn it off. I don't remember that.
It looks like in the comic book, he, even though the guy had the sword from him, he still finished it off where whatever his little speech was. I have the power. I can't remember. Yeah, and he finished it off and got the little charge from the sword. It's kind of like how he shoots the sword at Cringer. That idiot Mummer was holding it toward him, and it shot him off, and he turned into He-Man. But I don't know. I can't remember how he turns the power off. I think he just runs behind the bushes, and then he comes out as Prince Adam again.
Puts on his little pink leotard again.
Yeah.
But I will say, Snarf, I'm going to be stashing this book. So, the champions. We'll start with you, Mike. You know this, Rob. We'll save you for the last.
All right, champions. Yeah. All this book is we talked about it in private earlier. Avengers book for the newer audience, newer comic book collectors. But with that being said, I love team books. I like about half of the characters. I like Spider-Man and Nova. Nova's in this. The art is awesome. My biggest problem is with this book. It's out right now, but they're always talking about how Civil War II messed up everything and blah blah blah, this and that. Civil War II hasn't even ended yet, but according to this book, it has. So they're a little behind, but I'm gonna stash this one. I'm gonna be picking it up. So.
Hey, how about you, Jeremy?
I didn't pick it up.
You're not a big Marvel guy anyhow, are you?
No. Well, I'll tell you, it has to catch my attention. And I used to play that Contest of Champions, and I knew the writing on that game wasn't very good. So,
I will have to say, it seems like there are quite a few books for me. They're more political this week than we've had in the past, and this is no different. This is like the millennials versus the older guys. The younger kids are thinking, well, you don't know how to do it right. You're not thinking, so we know how to do it right, so we're going to do it. And I liked it until I started thinking about it a little more, and I thought, oh, okay, the message behind it I didn't really like. The art was great. I thought the overall story was pretty cool, having the younger ones, kind of like a Marvel Teen Titans kind of book.
Yeah.
But I may end up blasting it. I'm not going to be picking up issue 2 at all. Moving on to you, Rob.
All right, so what you got here, you got all these, characters in here. They're a bunch of new school. It's like, the young people coming in and taking – and Jeremy, you know about this. Jeremy, we be playing our wrestling game. Jeremy's like, well, where's Hulk Hogan? Where's all these old guys? Where's Junkyard Dog? Where's Big John Studd and all these dudes? He said, well, you got to make way for the young guns to come in. And, man, they got old Miles Morales in there. They got, well, I don't want to give any spoilers away, but they got some more characters coming in like Riri, the young Scott Summers. I mean, Bruce Banner looks like, I don't know, just like some kind of hipster Elvis-looking haircut. Nova. They got the Vision's daughter, and they got Little Miss Marvel in there. And, God, it's just like, if I was one of the adult Avengers, no way in hell would I want to mess with these younger kids, especially that Miss Marvel, God, she would. I can't even. I don't even. I know there's some fans of Miss Marvel, that might be in the chat or whatever. But God, what an annoying character! It's just like all about me, and then of course they get on there and they're texting each other, and then they're hashtagging their damn team name. I'm blasting this damn book. I'm blasting it straight to hell. I hate it. Now, okay, the Mark Waid is good writer. I've liked his stuff and other stuff. I actually liked the Humberto Ramos art, but I didn't like his Hulk very much at all because of the weird haircut and stuff. But yeah,
that's
all
a new
in the hell.
In that Amadeus show though, that's not Bruce Banner.
No.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
There's another Hulk then.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my. Okay, wait. All right, so we got all of these
Totally awesome
characters.
Hulk.
It's like, these characters. Mark Cho, this one girl, I don't know. They're just like, well, I'm old school. I like the original characters. I don't know what damn countries they got all these other damn kids off of, but they're going to hell.
At least Hulk has stretchy panties now, so they won't rip off. I mean, that makes it a little more believable when he grows.
yeah. But I like Miss Marvel's stretching power. Kind of, was making me think of Mr. Fantastic while I was reading the book and everything. But I don't know. It's just kind of like what? Okay, what I did say in the chat. We were talking about this in the chat. I did say it's good. Say for maybe teenagers or younger people, maybe to get into comics with some kind of new characters, not the characters their dads are used to reading or whatever, or dads and moms have grown up with, but, something for them, something they can relate to, just how the kids keep in touch on the texting and hey, meet me here. let's talk about stuff. You know, like teenage
Flash mob.
stuff.
Flash mob.
Yeah.
And for someone who hasn't been reading all you know, Miss Marvel and Division, don't know about these characters, that's how they are. That's the new thing right now. So
Yeah.
and
Okay, so jumping into our third book, and I'm assuming you didn't grab this one either, Jeremy. Jessica Jones.
No, I didn't get
No,
that.
Jessica Jones. I didn't like it. I thought the story was rather boring. I mean, I like the show well enough that it was on Netflix, but this, I didn't like it. I didn't think it was something that I really want to follow through with. Big thing at the end of the story that made you go, oh man, I got to pick up issue 2. It's kind of like, oh yeah, hey, this happens. Okay, cool, whatever. Not my thing, and I'm definitely blasting, and I'm not picking up issue 2 of this bad boy either, or bad girl, I should say. Rob.
That book to me, like, you know, it started off, she's getting out of prison. I was like, okay, getting pretty good. And then she went back to work at her little detective private eye or whatever she does. And man, there was just so much dialogue. I mean, that was like on the cusp of Stan Lee dialogue, you know, where you're just like reading. And then you got the girl that says, you know, talk to him, tell him about the baby and all this kind of stuff. And then you find out the big reveal at the end. I was like, oh, this is dumb. And I just didn't like it at all. I didn't really. The art was all right. I mean, for that kind of style of book, it looked kind of like an investigative kind of noir style, kind of set in modern time, of course. But yeah, I just didn't. It didn't do anything for me. I gotta blast it.
How are you, Mike?
I'm going to be the oddball here, and I absolutely love the Jessica Jones TV show. So I love this book. And it is kind of slow, and I didn't like the art, but I want to know, if you've been reading Power Man and Iron Fist, you know that Luke Cage and together. I want to know what happened to this baby. They touch on that in this book, so I'm going to be picking up issue 2, and I'm actually going to stash this one. So.
It seemed too much like a soap opera to me. Where's the baby? Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah.
You know, I just want to, I want to see superhero stuff. I don't want to see that. Go ahead, sorry, Mike.
And spoiler alert. So if you guys don't want to know, at the end, Luke Cage does show up, and he's like, "Where's the effing baby at?" So I'm curious. It sparked my curiosity.
Jumping into our fourth book, Black. Does a pretty limited print run. It's taken a lot of social commentary from the stuff that's going on today, a lot. Some of it, I don't want to get political on here and really spout my beliefs on all this stuff going on, but it's not a book that it causes more problems than it does trying to open eyes, to me personally. I mean, not to say anything bad about anybody else's struggles. It's just not something that I or understand what's going on with them. So with the whole in the society right now. So to me, it's a blast just because I can't relate to it.
You know, the thing about that book also is if they wouldn't have focused so much on, kind of the current world issues, that we're having in America and things like that, if they wouldn't have focused so much on that and just kind of made it its own story, but it's just so hard to do since the way the story went, where like a small percentage of blacks, African Americans, they get the power, or they may have a chance of getting the power. That was actually really kind of interesting, but oh my God, they just kind of like played on the issues so much that it's kind of like, I hear so much negative and sad stuff in the news. I don't want to read about it and be reminded about it when I'm trying to escape in the world of a good story and a good comic book. So, I mean, I definitely have to blast it because with that company also, I think they were just trying to go for some cheap pops, try to, kind of like get publicity from the comic book world and say, hey, you know, this is also going on in comics. So I got to blast it, you know.
And that was put up by Black Mask, correct?
Yes.
Is that who that?
That's right.
Okay. And they're a fairly small company, and I think from what I've heard, they have a lot of other good stuff that's out there too, and they're kind of an up and comer.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I'm gonna blast this. For all the reasons you guys mentioned, plus I'm not a big fan of black and white books.
Yeah.
Which this is. So, yeah, I don't want to stir any trouble or anything, but yeah, not my thing. So,
you know, also with the black and white with it, you know, the lady at the beginning, the detective, I couldn't tell if she was black or not. I mean, so it was kind of like, huh, well, she said she grew up here, but her character doesn't really look like black in the book. So, you know, I was just kind of confused, and then I just had to say, well, I'm going to go out
He
on
looks
a limb.
white?
Yeah, it kind of looks white, yeah. So I'm going
Yep.
to say she looks kind of white here. But, hell, you know what? Well, you know, they didn't really say, but, I mean, she could be white and could have grown up in the black inner city neighborhood. So it's like, but, yeah, just too much, like, questions, and just, like, it didn't work for me.
yeah, really hard to tell who's white, who's black, whatever.
Yeah.
But
And that's why they call it black, baby.
all
How about you, Jeremy? You grab that one or read that one?
I didn't even pick it up.
No.
Just because of all the things y'all said. I mean, the guy was on the cover wearing a hoodie with his hands up.
Oh, yeah, that one.
It's called Black. So, I mean.
I told, yeah, right when I looked at that cover and he was wearing the old Trayvon Martin hoodie, I was like, come on, people. You're really going to go there? Come up with some ideas yourself, you know?
Moving into, I think maybe I'm the only one that picked it up. I don't know. Moonshine by Image Comics.
Forgot about that.
Anybody else picked that up?
I got it.
You got it. Okay, good. It's back in the Prohibition era. There's some FBI agents at the beginning of the story. They're going out and trying to find this shack or distillery. I think that's maybe the proper word. And, you know, they get killed. You don't know how or why. And then there's this mob boss in a big city he tastes this moonshine and wants his top guy to go out and find this guy and make him an offer to make moonshine for him to sell. A cool story. There's kind of, I think, some supernatural stuff going on. Show a wolf on the cover there. This is the Frank Miller cover. But I definitely good story. The art was fairly well. There's some pretty gruesome stuff in there, though. But I'm intrigued, and I definitely want to follow through and pick up issue number 2.
Going in, I was led to believe there was going to be werewolves in this book, which there's hardly any. So instead, I'm going to take my money I'm going to save for not buying this book and go actually buy some real moonshine and go read some Spider-Gwen instead. So this is a blast for me.
Really? Okay. Well, they don't say werewolf, but there's one guy he kind of, you know, he's led to running out of the woods, you know. But you don't know. He's all covered in blood too.
That's one of the books I picked up off Midtown that hadn't come yet. But in the thing, in the little description of it, it says werewolves.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's what I figured too. So, on to Deadpool Back in Black. Rob.
You know, I started looking at the book, and I looked at that first page right when you open up that cover. And, you know, I saw it, and he was saying, but, you know, I've actually found the suit before Spider-Man. Now, Dave told me in the comments that was actually a legit, like, storyline angle in one of the back issues. Which one was it, Dave? It was issue 3 of something.
Secret Wars issue 3.
Well, damn, that does look kind of cool. But yeah, I just didn't get into it. I didn't even finish reading it. I just put it back down. I did like some of the stuff in there. I flipped through it. I liked how they had Machine Man in there. Machine Man's really a cool kind of character. The art was really good. I just didn't feel like reading and him breaking the fourth wall down on me. And granted, I was trying to get a little nap in before the show, and I didn't want Deadpool damn talking to me and shit. How about you, Dave? What did you think about the old Back in Black?
I thought it was pretty. I'm not a huge Deadpool fan. I mean, yeah, he's okay. I mean, he's really popular with a lot of people. Not my favorite. I mean, I like him well enough, and I mean, kind of interested to see what bring to Deadpool, to his overall craziness, and make it that much more over the top. And that's the only thing that I would really be interested in. The suits, looks pretty cool, the black and white, and with the Deadpool kind of design. I think that looks really cool. Had some funny parts to it. Be picking up issue 2 just to see where else it's going. Not sure if that Deadpool Secret Wars number 3 is the first appearance of that, or what's called in there. Some people say it's Deadpool and Cable number 50, I think. I don't know, but for right now, and pick up issue 2 to see where it's going, and then go from there. How about you, Mike?
I hated this book. I felt like you had to be a real big.
Like bam, back and forth all night tonight.
I like it.
You had to be a major Deadpool fan to enjoy this book, which I like Deadpool, but he's not my thing. I think I'll be picking this book up strictly for the covers because there's some sick variants out there. And that's it. But I'm gonna blast this book.
How about Jeremy? Did you read that one? Pick up that one?
I didn't get to get it. I'm tired of I'm like him. I'm tired of Deadpool and Harley Quinn.
Yeah, I ended up dropping Harley Quinn off my pull list too, just because I think I picked up the first 2 issues of the Rebirth stuff, and I'm like, what the hell is this? So I ended up dropping that. So, the next book is Death of X. This is a 4-part miniseries. I guess I picked up the variant cover, variant Cornet. We'll start with you, Mike, on that guy.
This book was okay to me. The only major issue I had with it didn't really give you any more. This is supposed to happen in that 6-month time frame before the all new, all different Marvel started. But anything they dished out in this book, we already knew that the Terrigen Mist kills the X-Men and hatches new Inhumans. All that stuff we already knew. No, there's no new information. But since it is an X-Men book, a big fan of the X-Men, I'm going to keep buying it because I want to know how they plan on killing all these X-Men, and it leads to the big X-Men Inhumans title coming out soon. So I'm going to stash this one. But don't expect anything new you don't already know. So.
For me, the only saving factor for this that I would stash, that it's only a 4-part series. And then I'd pick up the other 3 parts just to finish the story out. Other than that, I probably would blast it because there was nothing, like you said, that really happened that we didn't know, and it was nothing super exciting that happened. And it was just kind of like, and that one was a $4.99 cover price on that bad boy too, and to me, I got to have a little more bang for my buck for $4.99, and it was a pretty thick book, but not worth the $4.99. So I'll softly blast it, maybe. I don't know. How about you, Rob?
I heard about the premise of the book. I know who died in it. I know there's an X-Man that's got some kind of sickness or cancer going on, and like you said, that with that Terrigen Mist, all the mutants are going to be dying anyways, and people are going to be coming in humans, and that's kind of the way they're going, I guess, until they get those stupid movie rights back and everything. But yeah, it's messed up. What's up?
Someone does die in this book.
Yeah. It just kind of hacks me off because it goes back. you know, because of my strong passion, strong love for the Fantastic Four. And then we got some guys in the comic book community like Rebel Comics, Kyle Walker, countless others that are huge, huge X-Men fans. And, man, they're killing off like one of the best, greatest teams of all time. You know, the big three best teams in Marvel history to me is Fantastic Four, because, you know, I got to pick them. And then X-Men and Avengers. And they took Fantastic Four out. They're taking the X-Men out of the equation. I mean, I'm sure there'll still be some mutants left around somehow. I mean, that'll just totally be weird if they kill off every single mutant that ever lived or whatever. But so even though I didn't read it or anything, just because Marvel's punks like that, I'm blasting it.
I don't remember which issue it was that I read. I thought it was the Deadpool one that kind of was making fun that the Fantastic Four wasn't around.
Probably wasn't,
or maybe it was Death of X. I don't remember which one it was. I'm trying to flip through.
They mentioned it in Jessica Jones.
Oh.
Oh, did they?
Man, that's mean.
You know, it was more of a humorous kind of jab than it was a serious one. I don't think Jessica Jones would have a humorous jab to it. But yeah, I don't remember which one it was. But yeah, I thought, oh, you know, it's kind of a jab because they're not making any Fantastic Four books at all, are they, Rob?
No, they're not. You can find some of the characters in other books, but I know Thing was on the Guardians of the Galaxy book for a while, and that was the last Marvel book I was picking up.
Thing is in the Guardians of the Galaxy.
All right, so he's still in there.
Human Torch is with the Inhumans. He's hanging with Crystal and the Inhumans.
Is Crystal still married to Quicksilver?
I don't think so.
Yeah, they probably broke up years ago. But, you know, Johnny and Crystal used to have a thing back in the day, so maybe they getting it on. So.
But if you want to watch some Fantastic Four goodness, you can go back and check out our Rewind show where we watched like the first 40 minutes of it, and we just spoke, you know, jabbing it. And that was a good time. So, I would ask Jeremy if you picked up that one.
It's coming from Midtown, like I said.
Next one is, I'm not sure if anybody else picked up. It's another Image book called Cannibal. Mike, do you grab that one?
I did not grab that one.
This is kind of different too. It starts out at the bar, and there's this 14-year-old kid who works there at the dishwasher or something. He's taking trash out. All of a sudden, he gets jumped by this guy, and the guy's eating him alive out on this dock in the bayou, and they come out and find him dead, and then they start doing the manhunt to try to find the guy, and I think one brother's back in town. He wasn't there before, and they end up finally catching up with the guy. You know, I don't want to reveal too much, but it was a good. It kind of reminded me a little bit of the Moonshine. You know, that kind of pacing of the Moonshine book. Art was okay. Weird, kind of. I don't want to say it was a rape scene, but just kind of how their relationship is. Like he jumped her outside the bar, covered her coat, tied her up, threw her in the trunk, and then took her home, and that was kind of their foreplay or whatever. That was kind of a bit weird. But overall, a decent book. And I want to pick up issue 2 to see where it's fallen through with it. I'm not sure if anybody else in the chat has read Cannibal at all. Let us know what you think of it. And since I'm the one who read that, we'll jump into Death of Hawkman.
Oh, man.
Mike, we'll start with you.
All right. This is a book I picked up strictly for the cover. I thought it was beautiful. Go ahead and show that real quick. It's got Adam Strange and Hawkman getting ready to throw down on the front. I said, oh, that's pretty cool. So I grabbed it. Going in, I knew nothing about Adam Strange, knew a little bit about Hawkman. But so Adam Strange is trying to get back to his home planet throughout the whole book, and when he finally does, he gets there and he it's totally, completely destroyed. The Hawkmen are destroying it, and that's actually how the book ends, and it was really good. So I'm going to continue to pick this up. This is a 1 in 6, so I really enjoyed it. This was a stash for me. So I'm curious to see how it all pans out.
That is a beautiful cover, Mike. I like that a lot.
It is.
Very nice. And, Adam Strange and Hawkman in the New 52, they were partners on Justice League of America. They were part of that team. So it's kind of weird to see them battle it out against each other.
Well, at the beginning of the book, they're not battling out. They're kind of helping each other, though.
Yeah, that's what I was
in the
kind of wondering,
beginning.
because I was going to say, when you read it, they're not fighting each other, but on the cover they are.
Oh.
Yeah.
How about you, Jeremy? So it sounds like you read that book.
Yeah, I read it. I liked it. I'm like him. I didn't know anything about Adam Strange. The only thing I knew about Hawkman was from the Legends of Tomorrow TV show. But what I read, I liked it. I'd pick up issue 2.
I thought it was pretty cool how they transitioned between, like, Adam Strange talking about, he goes, I don't want to be arrogant, but on my hometown, our home planet, I'm a freaking superhero. He keeps flashing back to where he's on his home planet, back home on Earth, doing mundane chores. Like, in one frame, he has a blaster out, he's shooting. In the next frame, he's home wearing a tank top, squirting the shower door, cleaning it off. It's kind of frame by frame how it jumps out there. I thought that was pretty cool. Again, either one of those characters, they don't know a whole lot about Hawkman or Adam Strange. So, and it's only a 6-part series, I believe, isn't it, Mike?
Yes.
So it might be worth picking up again just to finish the story out, finish the run out. But I'd stash it for sure. How about you, Rob?
I didn't read that book, but the thing with Hawkman had a really good series in New 52, but it was kind of short-lived. I don't remember how many issues it was, but it was a pretty great series. And Hawkman is such a cool character. He's a damn kick-ass character, but he's kind of like one of those, we were talking about on the Rewind about old Wonder Man. Hawkman's kind of got that Wonder Man action going where there's just too many strong, awesome guys in the DC universe, and there's always going to be a couple more stronger than he is. Even though, he's a pretty cool character, but I guess they're just going to have to kill him off. So I'm going to go ahead and say, stash it. Just see how it all ends. And if you don't stash it or whatnot, pick up the old trade or hardcover at your local library in about 6 months or something,
Well, that's the thing I don't understand, though, because, like, on the I don't know much about the comic character, but on Legends of Tomorrow, like, they die, and then, like, they come back in another time or whatever.
Mm-hmm. The old Vandal Savage thing.
Him and, what's her name, Kara, or what's her name? I don't remember her name.
Hawk Girl?
On the show. Yeah, her name.
Yeah, but her little nickname. Or her real name or whatever.
They have to, like, find each other, their true loves or whatever. So that's what I didn't understand. Like, it's called Death of Hawkman. Well, he dies like 1,000,000 times.
Yeah.
In the comments, Funkoff said to stash that cannibal. And anybody who is in the chat right now, let us know what you think too. If you've read these books, let us know what you think about each issue we've read, Blast or Stash, as we're going through and talking about them. So I interact with you guys a little more, kind of get a better feeling for the community, what they think about besides crappy opinions here. So jumping into our last book of the night, it is Cage, number 1. We'll start with you, Rob.
Cage, like going in, I first saw the art, on the internet a while back, but I didn't mind the art so much. I mean, it's kind of a new style. I mean, it tells you straight off it's the story's taking place in the 70s. So you got your classic Hero for Hire Power Man costume, the yellow jacket, the big fro, and the chain and all that kind of stuff. But so the artwork didn't really bother me, but I don't know, since I was born in the later 70s and I didn't grow up in Hell's Kitchen or in Harlem or whatever they're in. I just didn't understand all the jive and all the action. I mean, like, but if I don't know, it just kind of made me think of that old movie Harlem Nights. You know, it's all kind of shit going on in there. But I thought, God, it was close because the artwork, and he does kick some ass in the story. You know, he fights pretty damn good, but it just wasn't my thing. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of folks that would really like and enjoy that book. You know, fans maybe of like Black Dynamite, maybe older comic book collectors might really dig it. But like me and Jeremy, we'd be using that book of tea on that wrestling. We go, "Can you dig it, sucker?" That's about all it was. It was that kind of style, and it's not the '70s anymore, so it was kind of like, you know. So I'm gonna have to blast it.
How about you, Mike?
I did not read this. I'm getting enough Luke Cage on the television right now, so I didn't pick it up.
Okay. How about you, Jeremy?
Blast it. The art was horrible, and I couldn't even get past the first couple of pages. I just wasn't for me.
So I think it's the same artist who drew Dexter's Laboratory, if I'm not mistaken.
Hey, it looks kind of like that.
I think that's what it was before. So here's my big beef with it. Here, the art style fits the story and how it's kind of goofy, and it fits that perfect, I think. But for me, I mean, Luke Cage was like I don't know if he was the first African American superhero, you know, back when it came out, or one of the big ones. I mean, there might have been a few smaller ones. And I just don't think they're taking the character seriously. I mean, still, there's not a whole lot of major African American superheroes, and to me, it's like they're making fun of it. That's how I feel personally. Again, too, going political on it, it's like I don't want to get to that side like thinking, well, they're stereotyping people, they're stereotyping that. I mean, to a point, they do that. I mean, you want to fit that culture. But I just don't think it got the respect that it deserved for the comic itself. I'm going to blast it. Just based on that. I mean, I think if it was more of a serious book, I might have liked it better. I just didn't like how it was portrayed.
Yeah, it felt like one of those spoof movies like Barry Gordy's The Last Dragon, man. It was like some Bruce Leroy, some Sho'nuff. I mean, it was just kind of like, or, you know, a Keenan Ivory Wayne style movie called I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, or whatever that movie was. It just kind of, it had that kind of vibe to it. And you remember that old movie?
Yeah.
I know, it just kind of had that kind of thing going for it. And I think, like, you know, some of these new, or, you know, some of the new creators or whatever were trying to go back and that's what they think the 70s would be, you know? So.
It's kind of following that I'm not going to say it, blaxploitation of the 70s.
Yeah,
you know,
that's kind of what it is.
It's trying to fit in with that quite a bit, and I don't know. Like you said, we're not in the 70s anymore. We need to upgrade. We say, hey, you know, like Luke Cage in the TV show is great. He's more modern. He fits the storyline. They did a nod to the original costume with the headband and stuff in the show, but I just didn't dig it. So we lose Rob, or just go on mute. Is he beating children over there? He must be
I believe so.
Yes,
Sometimes
I think so.
you have to.
Well, can't say that. Okay, jumping on. Oh man, I don't even know where my list is here. I didn't print my list up. Give me un momento, por favor.
All right, let me give away this one code first. While you look for
You have at it.
All right, guys. I got the X-Men Apocalypse digital download code if you guys want it, but you're going to have to answer a question if I could find a question. Let's see. All right, if you guys are listening, you want this digital code for X-Men Apocalypse, answer this question. First one to get it right, I'll private message you and give you this code. All right, Storm suffers from a type of phobia. What phobia is it?
Wow, I don't even know that one. Did you know that without looking it up, Mike?
I actually did, yes. Weather phobia? No. British geeky guy got it. Claustrophobia. She's claustrophobic. And let's go ahead and do the Shallows. I'll be giving away the Shallows digital code too. And my favorite shark movie of all time is Jaws. If the first one to tell me who wrote the novel that sparked the movie Jaws will get this digital code. Not Stephen King.
He's just throwing them out there.
Had to go play dad real quick.
The author who wrote the Jaws book.
Peter Benchley.
Oh, did you give the answer away?
Oh shit! Was
I
that
think
the fuck?
did, but...
Oh fuck! Were we doing the contest or something?
Yeah.
New question. Sorry, library work. You know.
Well, I bet you Sapper got it because there's a delay between what we say to how long it is gets to them. So.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So who got it?
Sapper, Airborne Sapper.
Airborne Sapper. All right, I will message
Contender
you.
got the last name, but I'm going to go with the person who got the whole name, Peter Benchley.
Okay,
yeah,
we'll
Peter
go.
Benchley.
I believe Contender won my last code giveaway, so. Airborne
Here's to
Sapper,
swimming with
I'll be
bow-legged
messaging
women.
you.
That's what AG Surfer says. Okay, so real quick before we jump on our next segment, what was everybody's pick of the week? We'll start with you, Rob.
I got to go with the old He-Man Thundercats. I mean, I love the artwork. I love the story. I love the big reveal. Of course, you knew that one guy's going to be at the end because he wasn't in the whole book to begin with. But man, just awesome, and they like had all the characters in there. I'm just so excited for more of those books to come out, and it's going to be a great 6-issue series.
How about you, Mike?
I'm in agreement with the legend, He-Man Thundercats.
Awesome.
Oh, I'm at a toss up here. I'm actually gonna go with Moonshine. I think. I mean, He-Man is a close. He-Man is a close second, really close second. But I'm gonna go with Moonshine. How about you, Jeremy?
I'm going to go with He-Man Thundercats just because my man Adam from Eternia, I ain't even got to read the book yet, but I know it's amazing because I'm telling you, can't nobody beat no Adam and Cringer and Battle Cat.
Oh, Cringer, yeah.
It's amazing. Like if you look at the both series side by side, you have like your main characters, and then one has a Snarf, one has Orko. You know, so you all have the same kind of characters. You know, Man at Arms, and then
Panthro.
Yep. And then it's not She-Ra, it's a Princess.
Is it Chitara or?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
it's
mean
Tila. What's her name? Tila or something like that.
Tira. Was it?
Tira?
Yeah, Tila. And what is that? Man of Arms.
Yeah, that's her dad, right?
I wonder if Thundercats get pissed off at He-Man for riding Cringer. Like, hey, dude, that's a cat. What are you doing riding a cat? I wonder if he gets pissed off with that, or maybe he starts riding Panthro and later on in the series. I don't know.
Hey, Mike, all cat lives matter.
All cat lives matter, brother.
Yeah.
Actually, the only one that matters is Chitara. So.
Ooh, yes, he is hot.
Okay, we kind of talked about this last time a little bit, but we might have got a chance to get further into it. We're going to maybe talk a little bit about Luke Cage, how far you're into it, what you're thinking of it so far. We'll start with you, Jeremy.
I've finished it. I completely finished it.
Dang.
And I dug it. I really dug it, but it was kind of cheesy in some parts. and I didn't like that. And there was just some stuff like the stunts and just like the one guy was talking on the phone, and you could see the lock screen of the phone. He was holding it up. The lock screen went black. He was just talking like somebody was on another line. But I was like, they could have did that a little bit better, but I liked it. I don't know. It had its problems, but I liked it overall. And,
I'm still not done with it. I'm only. Go ahead, finish up.
Oh,
Sorry.
I was just gonna say I liked how they like mentioned other Marvel characters, but they mentioned Thor like a little too much and the Hulk. Like I just wish they would have mentioned some more. Like I like how they name dropped Frank Castle. I like how they name dropped. Well, they didn't really name drop him, but Daredevil was brought up, I think, once or twice. But I just wish they would have brought up my boy Iron Fist. I wanted to see him. Like I was kind of hoping he would have strolled into the barbershop at the end of it, like when he's first getting into town with his big beard, talking about what went on here, you know.
Yeah, I'm only 4 episodes into it. Still, I just haven't had time to pick up on it anymore. You know, I read some articles and stuff about it. People are saying it's too black. There are too many black people, and I'm like, it's freaking Harlem. I mean, that's what it is. You know, it is what it is. White guys aren't really known for being in Harlem. You know, there might be a few out there. I don't know, but it seems like you always got to try to find something to pick about from a political standpoint. It's like, dude, just let it go. But so far, I'm digging it too. I just got to finish this season up. So, how about you, Rob?
You know, we're watching the old Flash season 2 on Netflix to get that finished so we can start our season 3. So, I haven't watched any of the Luke Cage show yet, but I'm going to. I just haven't started it yet.
Well, can I say this right now? You chose the Flash. You chose well, my friend. That's a great show.
DC for life.
Well, I just love that show. Now, I would watch just about anything over Arrow because Arrow sucks hardcore.
Yeah.
And they're going to have to win me back. But the Flash is killing it. So.
Yeah, I love me some Barry Allen.
How about you, Mike?
I'm about 2 episodes away from the end, and I believe this is the worst out of the Netflix bunch. It was slow, and then it picked up. Now it's slow again. One thing that bothered me throughout the whole thing, they know the guy's bulletproof, but they're constantly shooting at the guy. So, yeah, I like it, but it's not my favorite out of the Netflix series.
I can agree there. It's not my favorite out of the Netflix series either.
It's definitely. I mean, even Daredevil had those peaks and lows. You know, going through the 2 seasons. Like I said, I watch it at night after my wife goes to bed and falling asleep watching, so I have to try to go back and catch up again. But you know, yeah, it does have the boring parts. I mean, it's got to be able to tell that story. But I can't wait till Iron Fist gets out and then to do Defenders. But the main one, the Netflix I'm looking forward to, has got to be the Punisher. I mean, that's my ultimate. I can't wait for that, and that's all I got to say. So now on to, I believe it is a portion of the show that one person from England likes the best, and that is Shut Your Funko Mouth with.
Oh, hell yeah.
Shut your Funko mouth. All right. Yeah, I was out Funko shopping today and getting some New York Comic-Con exclusives. And just a heads up, guys, I noticed that the actual Doctor Strange movie pops are out. The line, the Ancient One's out, and a couple others. So grab those up while you can. In the near future, I'm sure British Geek, you guys saw this on PopPriceGuide.com. They're having breakfast at Tiffany's. Not many of you know what breakfast at Tiffany's is. Some of us do, but they're going to have pops related to that. There's 2 new iZombie pops coming out. two more Olivia ones. One, she's gonna have her hand in her hand's gonna have brains, and one's gonna have hot sauce, and then another one's gonna have her goggles up. So I don't know why we need more iZombie Pops, but they're coming. Hot Topic's going to have 2 exclusive Marvel Pops. One's going to be a glow-in-the-dark She-Hulk, which, whatever. But this next one, I'm definitely grabbing, and that is a Chrome Colossus.
Oh, yeah.
It looks badass.
I saw a picture of that. It looks really good.
Rock candy. If you guys don't know what rock candy is,
it's good.
The little
the little blue box.
It is good to eat, but
Yeah.
they're a line of figures about 6 inches, 7 inches. The ladies of Marvel have new ones coming out. Captain Marvel, Spider-Gwen, She-Hulk, and the female Thor. Walmart's going to have their own exclusive.
Jeremy's lost it.
Jeremy's lost it.
Yeah.
Calm down.
Let's talk about it's good.
Yeah.
For anybody that cares, there's a new Disney movie coming out called Mona.
The Rock.
Pops are actually I'm gonna rename it Moaning Mona.
Moaning
Pops
Mona.
coming out for that. And I just found this out. There's a Walgreens exclusive out there. I don't know if anybody has seen it. It is for the General Grievous from Star Wars. I have to get that, so if anybody could hook me up if they see it before me. What else? I could show you my Elvira Pop.
Yeah. The Mistress of the Dark.
I went into Hot Topic, and this is the only one they have, so I don't know how rare these are going to be. So, and on the back.
Dang.
Oh, man.
Oh, Elvira.
I had that poster as a kid. I did more than Funko, too.
All night long.
The Star Wars Rebel Pops are starting to drop. I picked this one up today.
So cool. Yeah, she's cool.
You could only get this one at GameStop.
I like that one.
Oh, dude, I like that one.
That's that Killing Joke one. That's
Yeah,
cool.
man.
Damn,
So,
that looks good.
Hit up your local GameStop, see if they have any in.
Yeah, I got to get one of those.
Kitty Pryde, you could only get this one at GameStop too.
Damn.
She's got the little dragon in there, Lockheed,
Uh-huh.
but the sticker blocks it through the front. The best part about this is there's a picture of Huey on the back and his Cable uniform right there.
Oh, yeah. I'm working on it.
That's going to be cool to see. This line I'm really excited for because they finally got a Psylocke Pop,
Oh, sweet.
Storm, Quicksilver, and Archangel.
Nice.
So
That's going to
looking
be a
forward
good
to the
little
new
set.
X-Men coming out.
Damn, that looks good.
The League of Legends Pop dropped too, White Canary. If anybody likes that show.
Legends of Tomorrow.
Yep. I said League of Legends. Yeah, my bad.
That's a good game, though.
So those are out. And that's all I really have.
Hey, Mike, I got a question for you. Have you seen the Indiana Jones that comes with like a little Jeep or something?
Yeah, I believe it was only you could only get it at the con.
Are they going to release like an Indiana Jones like solo pop?
I got one coming. They did it for San Diego
Yeah.
Comic-Con.
Okay, I gotta find. I'm gonna try to get one of those solo. You know, I don't like the vehicles as much. I have the Batman from the Batman '66 vehicle.
Oh,
But,
dude, I want that so bad.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking to get that.
All right.
If it's on the auction, let me know.
Yeah, all right. It may be on the damn next auction. But see, my son, he was trying to get into the Back to the Future one, and I noticed, the tape was kind of mixed up. And a lot of times, I don't take him out of the box, but he ended up kind of screwing the box up. So I was like, okay, what the hell? I'll give it to him, and he could display it or whatever. And then I open it up, and I mean, the vehicle itself, like the wheels don't move on it. And it's sucky paint job. I was like, shit, this thing sucks. So yeah, I was really disappointed in that Back to the Future DeLorean vehicle. I mean, damn, it's like a kid painted it or something.
We need to get the Wonder Woman Invisible Jet. That's what we need. That paint job's great on that one.
I did see that. Oh, wow. Is that a little Carl figure with the hat? Oh, the Negan. Let's blow that up.
Hey, I got Negan coming too.
Yeah, I got Rosita today with her Daisy Dukes on, her short shorts.
Hey, baby.
Only because of the simple fact I have all the other ones pre-ordered. So.
Yeah. Well, damn. Yeah, man, you got just tons of pops, baby. Are you running out of room in there?
Not really. I got plenty. One day I'll do a pop tour, show you where I got all these things, and
that's so damn cool.
Yeah, we were talking before the show. I almost picked up the New York Comic Con one we found out here on the West Coast at Barnes & Noble, the Hawk Girl, but it was $15. They wanted it for it in the store, so I was like, I passed on it. Go ahead.
Yeah, all the exclusives are going to run you a couple more dollars. So.
Yeah, all the Comic-Con pops are $15.
Oh, they are? Okay. They're easily going for $30 a piece on Amazon. You know, I thought about maybe buying a couple and selling one, but I just passed on it completely. Is that all you got? Any more, Grandpa? Any more Funko?
I could show this one. This is the Behemoth from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh.
He's got an axe in. He's got an axe in his head. These are coming out. Are they seated? The Sally seated. That's already out. And I don't know about the other two, but I want that Harley Quinn demon. That looks pretty cool. That's another exclusive.
I love that movie.
And I picked up the Snoopy Peanuts from Walgreens today.
Nice. Got the Red Baron going.
Pumpkin.
Oh, cool.
Dude, I always love Pigpen and that the Peanuts Halloween movie just because the dirt always flowing from underneath his ghost costume.
Yeah. Pigpen's classic.
I've been called an effing flipper by a British geeky guy. He's not happy with me for saying that.
And that makes about 370 some pops I have now.
Dude, that's amazing.
I did order that Elvira today, so I should have that here pretty soon. So I had to get that one. I had Negan pre-ordered, but I thought I'm going to pass on it. I had to get Elvira though. Had to get her. So.
God, those movies,
yeah,
man. I loved it when she was introducing those just movies. Like, they were really, well, there was one that kind of creeped me out. But, yeah, I like that stuff, those horror hosts back in the day.
Cassandra Peterson.
Yeah.
What, she's 60 right now, right around there?
Yeah, I think she goes to some of the cons, too.
Yeah. Okay. Is that all you got for your Funko news there, Mike?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then it's time to shut your Funko mouth and move on to other stuff. So, going through some news today, and so this is supposed to be the top 5 most anticipated Marvel movies coming out the next 3 years. So this is the top 5 that said that the people are most anticipated to see. Number 5 was Ant-Man and Wasp. Number 4 was Captain Marvel. 3 was Spider-Man. 2 was Black Panther. And number 1 is the Avengers Infinity War. Do you guys agree with that list? Or is there one that you think should be number 1 that...
I'm excited. I want to see that Guardians of the Galaxy Part 2, but I don't know how long it'll take to come out. I think that would be a great one.
I think it'll be out next year.
I would like to see Guardians of the Galaxy before the that Captain Marvel and that well, even though I like that Ant-Man movie, but I would still like to see the Guardians more than Captain Marvel and Ant-Man and even Spider-Man. Screw that little teenager. I'd rather see that Guardians.
I don't know, man. Tom Holland nailed Spider-Man. I want to see that.
Spatty.
I want to see the Spider-Man, Guardians of the Galaxy, Logan, and I don't know what else.
Yeah.
Marissa Tomei. That's the Spider-Man. It's good stuff.
Her biological clock is ticking like this.
They still always time for the legend in there.
You know what would
I
be
can't
awesome?
believe that Ant-Man and Wasp is on that list. I mean, over Guardians of the Galaxy. And to me, that's just. I mean, Ant-Man was a great movie, but it's just hard for me to see on that most anticipated movies in the next 3 years. And I would think Spider-Man would be higher too, just because there's a new guy coming in. He was well received in the Civil War movie. It's making people want to see more of him. I mean, Infinity War is going to be cool too, because it's supposed to have a whole bunch of characters. But I just think the list is a little wonky.
No pun intended for Wonky Ninja.
No. How about you, Mike? Is there one that you're super excited to see?
A Spider-Gwen movie.
Oh, that's not on the table yet.
I'm actually looking forward to it. The Infinity War. I want Thanos to come in there and decimate everybody.
The Gauntlet, hell yeah.
And I wonder if they're going to bring the Netflix characters in. And it's been rumored, but I don't know.
Well, you know, you had that interview with with Chris Pratt, and they asked him what was one character that he'd like to see from the Netflix series is crossed over, and he said that he didn't know, anything that was going to go on. He was trying not to say the wrong thing, but he said that as a fan, personally, he would like to see the Punisher square up with him because he was always a big fan of the Punisher. So, you know, they're starting to get ready to do press for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 pretty soon, and I figure they will be. So him name dropping the Punisher like that, because they're just starting to do the Punisher, and John Bernthal's like, I think he could carry his own in the movies.
Yeah, he's been in some movies here and there.
Yeah.
He's got a pretty wide range, too, for acting. I mean, so he's really good. So then the top 5 anticipated DC movies next 3 years. Number 5, Green Lantern Corps. Number 4, Flash. Number 3, Justice League. Number 2, Wonder Woman. And number 1 is Batman. Now, I'm sure you want to see Green Lantern Corps up there, wouldn't you, Rob?
Yeah, I definitely want to see that. I want to see all the different Green Lanterns they use in there. I want to see Jon Stewart make an appearance. I want to see Guy Gardner. I mean, I don't know. If they decide not to do Hal Jordan, I'm cool with that. I actually liked the Ryan Reynolds Hal Jordan movie quite a bit. It was kind of a slow movie, but I thought once it got going, it was pretty good. It was kind of based closely. Well, I don't want to say closely, but it was kind of similar to the Jeff Johns origin part. But another one I want to see is the Shazam movie, but I know that probably won't get made for years to come. But I think those movies will be pretty good. I do like I like this Flash on CW, and it'll be interesting to see how the movie Flash is. Hopefully the movie Flash won't cry as much as the damn CW Flash does, though.
Kevin Smith has constantly on his podcast talked about why they have a different guy playing Flash in the movie. They have a great guy that's playing Flash in a TV show. Why not just move him over to the movies? I haven't watched the TV show enough to see where that would fit in. So,
yeah, I think he's pretty good. I guess they're scared if they do move him to the movies, then he may not want to do the TV show anymore. He may just want more money and stuff. Maybe.
Well, as a big fan of the Flash TV show, I can say this: if you put Grant Gustin on the screen with Jason Momoa, Ben Affleck, and those guys, then he's going to be outclassed. I mean, I love Grant Gustin. He's a great TV actor, but I don't think it would transfer well over to the big screen.
Yeah, he might get. Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
At first, I was kind of mad. I was like, they should just put Grant in there, you know, because he does good as the Flash. But once I saw Ben Affleck's Batman and Jason Momoa playing Aquaman on the screen, and it was, you know, the Flash, I don't think he would stand out well enough. So,
real quick in the comments here, British Geeky guys asking if they're doing a Harley Quinn movie. I think they are. They're doing a Harley Quinn and I thought that was the plan. It was like a DC. I don't know if they're doing Catwoman or a Poison Ivy or something, but I think they are doing a Harley Quinn movie with Margot Robbie. That's, you know, on the list. I'm not sure when that's supposed to be out. Tat Comics said he'd like to see a new look on the Swamp Thing as well.
That would be good. Yeah, that'd be really.
You
good.
will. He's coming.
Swamp
Thing's going to be in the Justice League Dark movie they announced.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
But that's an animated movie, though.
No, it's a live action. They got a live action and an animated movie coming.
Damn.
It's going to be Etrigan the Demon, John Constantine, Zatanna, Swamp Thing, and I think one more person, if I'm not mistaken.
You think they'll have Deadman in there, old Boston Brand? Deadman would be cool.
They might have it. They might have him in there, but I know for a fact John Constantine, Zatanna, Etrigan the Demon, and Swamp Thing, because they already got a director for it. It's the guy that was directing the Channing Tatum Gambit movie.
Mm-hmm.
When Channing Tatum left the movie, I think, or the director left, and DC stole him from Marvel. He's going over. He's going to do the Justice League Dark.
I think if they put Boston Brand, old Deadman, in there, because in the New 52 Justice League Dark, Boston and old John Constantine always had great dialogue, just like back and forth trash talk, just freaking funny as hell. That'd be great. And I would like to see old Ron Perlman play old Etrigan the Demon. I think he'd be a good demon.
Yeah, that'd be
that
cool.
Voice of his.
But who would you cast as Constantine?
Well, you know, I'm going to say not no Keanu Reeves.
No.
I don't know. I thought that dude in the TV show looked pretty good, but they didn't let him smoke no cigarettes. So they got to let the guy smoke some damn cigarettes, or it just doesn't work. You know, I think, you know, Thomas Jane, the old Punisher guy from the movies, I think he could play a good Constantine.
You know who I say get to do it?
Who?
Ewan McGregor.
Yeah,
Played,
I could kind of see that.
In the prequels, he played what's his name, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
For Star Wars.
You get some little.
He's already British.
Yeah, you get some blonde hair on here and let him light some cigarettes up. He looks about a good build for Constantine.
But I would say if they could just put the guy from the TV show in there and let him, you know, do like Constantine does, like smoke cigarettes and stuff,
yeah,
he'd nail it.
Yeah,
he was perfect in the TV show, I thought.
And the other three guys, Etrigan, Swamp Thing, and Deadman, they're going to be probably mostly CGI anyway.
Yeah. What about Zatanna?
Well, you just get a good lady in there. I don't know who. Hopefully it wouldn't be no Megan Fox or anything. I don't like that kind of stuff.
I was just about to say Megan Fox. Probably.
Yeah.
No. If she had to play Psylocke, I would have said Olivia Munn.
How about old damn, I don't know, shit.
How about I mean, she's already played a DC character, but the woman played Catwoman. But she might fit, maybe. I mean, but there's Olivia Munn.
Matthew
so I think
McConaughey.
Tats Comics said Matthew McConaughey as
For the girl.
Constantine.
For the girl.
Oh, for the girl.
No, I don't know. I'm just messing around. Oh, man.
As far as I know, Matthew McConaughey may be attached to Marvel, though. I don't know.
You never know. See, I don't know. I know one thing. You know, when they start putting these movies out of these Justice League Dark characters, you watch close to when those movies are released. Everyone's going to be looking for them damn comic books of Boston Brand, Etrigan, and Etrigan's really not that hard to get. I mean, you could get a good, you could probably get a 9.8 of the Demon. That's an old Jack Kirby 70s DC book. I mean, but you know, most of the people ain't even heard of the Demon. Now, the first time I heard of the Demon, legitly heard of the Demon, was in the Batman animated series, and that was some good storytelling in that Etrick and the Demon storyline in the Batman animated series. That was really good.
Did you? Funkoff said Rosie O'Donnell.
Rosie.
Oh
yeah.
Even Selma Hayek, I don't see her playing Zatanna. I mean, she just does not have. Zatanna's a little more slender. I mean, it all depends on the artist too, who draws her. But I think she's a little more slender, a little longer legs. But yeah, I can't think of anybody else who plays Zatanna.
Penelope Cruz.
Maybe. I mean, they're changing. What's like who's playing? There's even African American playing Mary Jane in the new Spider-Man. Is that correct? Is it Mary Jane or is it?
That's Zendaya. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's she's playing Mary Jane. Yeah.
Yeah, they could easily swap it up like that, and I just don't know. Selena Gomez. You know what? Selena Gomez would probably be all right, but she's so thin.
I can see that.
She might get broken in half.
But
maybe I can see it.
Junkie moves from Selena Gomez.
Oh, he used to watch that Wizards of Waverly Place, probably. Oh.
You were talking about the Breakfast at Tiffany's, and people don't know who that actress is.
Audrey Hepburn.
Audrey Hepburn. If you look at some of the old Adam Hughes covers of Catwoman, he draws just a lot like Audrey Hepburn in some of those pictures. I don't have one right here, but definitely somebody gets modeled after her, especially her face. So
yeah.
Oh, Brisky got
Mila Kunis.
I could see that too. But we would have to have a Mila Kunis and a Selena Gomez cat fight to see for the part, to see who wins. Stream live on YouTube, right on Blasted and Stash It, baby. We need.
Next bit of news. So William Shatner has been hired on to play the voice of Two-Face in Batman: Return of the Caped Crusader. Your thoughts on William Shatner playing Two-Face in an animated show?
Man, I like the
All
original.
I'm going to hear is Captain Kirk.
Yeah, that's like a Batman. You got to stop. That's what I can picture too. That William Shatner acting. He's always known for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, those damn people. That was it. Adriana Romano or whatever, the voice director. She don't need to be using him. That's just going to be dumb.
I guess it kind of fits because Adam West is back to play the voice of Batman. That can't be Batman. Where I can see where maybe they want a campy character playing Two-Face. Maybe. But I don't know. I just don't see William Shatner. It just doesn't fit for me.
You know who nailed it was the old guy named Bull from Night Court. Old Richard Mole in the original Batman animated series.
Bull Shannon.
Just very good. Yeah.
I did not know he played the voice of Two-Face.
Yeah, that guy there, that Richard Mole guy, the big tall guy. Awesome Two-Face. Just great voice acting there. Really cool guy. He's pretty old, but he could still do it,
Well, shit. If Adam West can play the voice of Batman still, I don't see why he couldn't.
Yeah, I mean, Conroy's been doing the damn animated voice for the modern one for about 30 years. I'm sure old Richard Mole still could do a Two-Face. He had that tat says he's got to flip that coin. Flip this coin.
And the last bit of stuff that I want to talk about is, so I think most of us on the panel play video games. Has anybody played the Batman Telltale game?
I have the first episode of it. I started playing it, but I got sidetracked on some wrestling with Legend and Noob and Russ and them with the ladder matches lasting 4 days.
Yeah.
But I liked it. It's kind of like an interactive movie.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Walking Dead, that storytelling kind of playthrough. Now, what is your favorite comic book video game that you've played? How about you, Rob? Start with you.
Oh man, there's just been so many of them. But as far as like more modern games, oh god, probably Batman. I never played the Batman third one, and I didn't play the other one where it was against Deathstroke. But it's Batman's Arkham. Well, I liked Arkham Asylum, and I like Batman Arkham City, which was the second one. And I really love both of the Marvel Ultimate Alliance games, and I also liked X-Men Legends, but I like Marvel Ultimate Alliance because you can pick the Fantastic Four. I thought that's really cool.
All of them as you're going through?
Yeah, a lot of times I will switch out on occasion, but for the most part, it's always Fantastic Four. Just going through killing stuff.
Auburn time.
Yeah, I love it. He's so good on there, too.
How about you, Mike?
Yeah.
I would have to go with Legend and well, it started as the X-Men Legends games, which were fantastic, and then when it got to the PS3 and the 360, it went to the Ultimate Alliance, and I just loved all them games. What was the Spider-Man game where you could play as Spider-Man 2099 and
was it called Dimensions? Spider-Man Dimensions?
That was pretty good too. I thought I liked that one a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you could play as Spider-Man, all the Spider-Man through time, and you would like Spider-Man Noir. It was very stealthy, and that was pretty cool. The Deadpool game wasn't bad. It was pretty funny. But yeah.
Now, the X-Men game you guys are talking about, is it like the Street Fighter kind of game where you're playing get each other that way? X-Men Alliance, is that what it's called, or X-Men?
Have you played the Ultimate Alliance?
Yeah.
It's just like that.
That.
It's like an X-Men story.
Yeah. Kind of top-down view, kind of like Diablo 3 style. You know, you got the top-down view, and you can level up your characters and stuff like that. Really fun. It was on the original Xbox, and I think, the PS2, Mike?
Yes.
Yeah. Just awesome. Love those games. And the second one was about Apocalypse. That was a good one, too, that second one.
Yeah.
Jeremy?
Hands down, my favorite would have to be the Batman Arkham series, just because, not because it's Batman, just because I liked the whole, genre of it. Like, ever since I played Batman Arkham Asylum, where you go in and you're, that whole, when you go in Arkham Asylum, you're doing the detective work, you've got the goggles, you can see, all this different stuff. And plus, if you watch Batman versus Superman, that warehouse scene is pretty much a fight scene straight from the Arkham games, which I thought was amazing, like that they put that on the screen. But like all that action where you could chain the hits together and you can get the slow motion breaking legs and see their arms and stuff break. But I'm going to have to agree with Airborne Sapper and these guys in the chat over here. They're talking about the TMNT Super Nintendo game.
Mm-hmm.
That was my jam back in the day.
That was a good game.
I done made Mike clap.
You got to rescue April O'Neil from Rocksteady with the fire building.
Yeah.
Chicago just scored. Sorry.
Oh, dude, I thought you were clapping for Ninja Turtles.
Oh, is that why you were clapping? Not because I thought you were Ninja Turtles.
Turtle power, man.
I thought it was great for the Turtle Tub. I said, boy, Bruce Zayas would be proud of you, boy.
Man, I dropped so many quarters in the TMNT when it first came out.
Yeah.
I probably have to go back a little bit further to the first TMNT game on the Nintendo.
Hard as hell.
Hard as shit.
I remember I got that for Christmas. I remember that was like the one thing I wanted for Christmas. That was it. And my dad wrapped it in a big box and put a whole bunch of other crap in there with it, so I didn't know what it was. And that was like my absolutely loved it. It was hard to get down that sewer and try to get through that crap. And then Batman games. Although I never have finished either one of the Arkham Asylum or Arkham City, I just haven't sat down and gone through them. I have them on my shelf in the room.
They're great.
Great step away from them.
And
and then I just
those games are so cool because it's like you got Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill in them. Oh man, the best voices ever.
Yeah.
And I have to confess, when I read a Batman book, I hear Kevin Conroy's voice.
Hell
And,
yeah.
like, whenever I'm reading the Joker, I hear Mark Hamill. That's just what I hear, you know.
The best, yeah.
Looks like we got another fan in the chat, Mr. Squidward Testicles. Okay, he's got some cool stuff to say. Yeah, nice. Thanks, Squidward. Thank you for showing up. We appreciate it. So actually, we're winding down toward the end of the show. It's about an hour and a half in right now. Do we have any shout-outs we want to do? We'll start with you, Mike.
Yeah, I want to shout out. Where's my page at? El Comic Box. He has about 104 subs, but he's been putting out some great haul videos lately. So go sub up El Comic Box. And I want to shout out a gentleman who has way bigger balls than I do, and that is Metal Nerd, because he recently did the Carolina Reaper One Chip Challenge. And if you guys don't know, if you haven't subscribed to Metal Nerd and haven't seen that, it's a single chip that they buy, and it's coated in Carolina Reaper pepper and ghost pepper, and he got to do it with them, and they were in some serious pain. But
I love when he
I
has
couldn't
his
do
buddies with him. It's so funny.
Yeah. They're eating ice cream trying to cool it off. So I just wanted to shout out Metal Nerd for making that video and going through with that challenge. I couldn't do it.
Mike, do you remember when he was eating those hot ramen noodles, those ramen noodles?
Oh yeah,
That was good too. Him and his buddies.
Yeah, he does all challenges like that. So if you ain't subscribed to Metal Nerd, go check him out. Love his channel. So that's the two I got.
How about you, Jeremy?
I got a shout out. I want to shout out to my boy Hudak Comics. He's in the chat right now. I seen him when he was in New York at Midtown Comics. I got him to pick me up some books, and he sent me an act of kindness when he mailed them to me. He sent me this Justice League of America signed by Jeff Johns.
Damn.
And that was pretty amazing. I got a video going up probably tomorrow. But I'll give a shout out to Journo's Comics. He drew that sick All-Star Batman cover with the Heath Ledger Joker on it for me. He said I won that contest. And I want to give a shout out to, I haven't seen him in the chat tonight, but I want to give a shout out to Buckshot 33 Chris. Like I've been liking when I see his channel. I get on there and I see all these books that I don't know nothing about. He'd be telling me some stuff I need to look out for, some books I might want to pick up. So, and a shout out to our special friend. He wasn't able to make it tonight, but Vince, Simplify comic guy. I know he's been going through a lot, and he's actually at the Comic-Con, probably right now still. I don't know what time it is, but shout out to Vince. Can't wait to see you back, brother.
And Midwest.
That's all I got. Yeah, Midwest too. Forgot about Paul.
He'll come back with a great new nose. You won't even recognize him. So I have a couple here that Rich has subscribed to. One was Gene had posted on our Facebook page, which reminded me, go check out our Facebook page if you haven't checked that out. A lot of cool stuff, dude. We interact with each other quite a bit outside of our YouTube channel. It's great. People post their comics and pickups, and some great feedback on a lot of things. If people have questions, it's a place to go to. And where if you have a question about a certain book, or you have a question about, pop it in our Facebook page. Somebody will be there and be able to help you out. So, couple that I've subscribed to recently, Marvin88. That's one that Gene Paul Peter. I can never get his name. I never get the right. You know who I'm talking about. It's a double shout out.
Peter Ace Joel. It's a Peter Ace, Gene Paul. Gene Ace.
John Paul and Ringo.
Yeah. Larry Curly.
And the other one is a guy named Skunk Ape. He's another Pacific Northwestern. I think he lives in Seattle. Dude, I just found him night before last. he's got some really good, high-quality content. I mean, it's like almost he has like a little studio, and it's just really great stuff, you know, very well-spoken. And he only has 131 subscribers, too, and I was shocked that he only had that many with such this great content. So those are my 2 shout-outs.
Let's see. I got some shout-outs. I got some good ones. Again, our good friend Paul, Midwest Comic Man, get better soon. He's almost, like Dave said, he's almost back. He may have a new nose, or he may have one of those Michael Jackson ones, you know, just the little points on there. But, yeah, a lot of love to him. A lot of love to old Vince. Semper Fi. Hope he gets to feeling better. Come back to the show. But, yeah, man, just a lot of great folks tonight in the chat room. I mean, I can't name them off all right now, but there's just so many good people. So I hope everyone in the chat room is subbing each other up and, you know, talking. And we're so glad, you know, you were here tonight talking about your love and your passion for comics with each other. And, you know, like Dave said, anytime y'all have questions for the show, let us know. And, you know, we'll tell you our thoughts because we enjoy hearing your thoughts. So really cool.
Okay, then that is the end of episode number 19. We're hitting a milestone. Next week will be episode 20. And maybe we'll try to do something a little special on episode 25, you know, as we're coming up here, closing in. So this has been a fun ride, dude. I really enjoyed it. I look forward to Friday nights here, you know, and going out and partying. I'm at home. I'm talking to my friends here about comics.
Yeah, we're partying right here. Yeah, it's fun. Oh, real quick.
Going on over
Last Wednesday, if you missed Blasted or Stash It Rewind, you can go back and rewind your subscription feed, and you'll find it. It was Wednesday night, Blasted or Stash It Rewind, where the Blasted or Stash It crew, we go back in time as we rewind the books and stuff that we grew up with, and the stuff that you grew up with too. What do you think, Jeremy?
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah. Throw it back. Oh, damn good. I said, damn. That Fantastic Four movie, Dave and Mike, we was rolling with the Fantastic Four, the old 90s one. Man, it was great. It was like Mystery Science Theater 3000 or something.
A lot of bromance going on there.
It was. They love each other, those dudes.
Speaking of bromance, where is it? I did not know about these two. Hello, speaking about bromance.
I just read about those two.
Yeah.
Hey. Yeah. There's a little action going on in that book. I'm not going to get into it. And that was a blast for me, by the way. And one more thing. If I ever buy another one of these young animals, just fucking shoot me, because this was horrible too.
I'm actually kind of glad I missed that week, because I was like, oh damn, I missed that book. But now after hearing you talk about it, and no, I'm glad I missed it. So
there's
okay,
one
guys,
coming out where there's one coming out that there's a chick she's in Gotham that I want to check out. I'm done. All right, close it up.
Something load, I don't know.
Motherload.
Yeah. That's the mother load. Well, we're going to end it here. We're going to do a close-up on Mike's thing here. Go to your why are you putting that down? We're closing out on your Elvira. Go. That's what we're talking about. Okay, guys. This has been Blasted or Stash It, episode 19. Thanks, everybody, for checking in. We will catch you on the flip side.